The 75 Hot Rich Fitter Challenge is well underway this week.
Basically, I wanted to research why this was making me feel so good. You're probably going to think I'm an absolute freak for doing this.
I'm feeling a bit nervous about tonight.
I've got my honeymoon in February. Feeling pumped for this week. The last few weeks have been rough, to be honest. Close the deal, so that's amazing. Good morning. It is the start of a new week. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. I'm hoping you can hear me because I don't actually know if this is paired right now. But I'm on my walking pad. It is, what's the time? It's 7:11. I'm gonna hide my niece and nephew's face, but it's 7:11 a.m. Let's see how many steps I've done today. Been up since 5. Walking my little heart out. Okay, I've nearly done 10,000 steps. I think maybe 9,000. I don't know if your app does this, but mine only loads every 10 minutes. So at 7:03, I've done 8,200 steps, but it's 7:12 now. Anyway, so I've done around 9,000 steps because I calculate I do around 1,000 steps every 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm feeling pumped about this week. Got a lot on this week, and I always like to start the mornings waking up early and just getting stuff done. I've got a big deal this week. I am doing a talk with Click Samsung, the productivity method. And this is quite crazy because I only started my community 2 months ago and I'm already collaborating with huge brands and the actual app that I'm even started my community on. So it's a real big honour. Feeling a bit stressed though because I still have this ugly infection on my face, but I'm trying to do everything I can to make myself feel better. I did a collagen face mask last night. As you can see, my skin is pretty glowy, which is great. I've got my hair in my heatless curls still because I'm filming a bit later, so I want to keep them on and in place for as long as possible because my hair drops very easily. And I've already done my Therabody mask, this one. And actually I feel like it did make this more red, but it seems to have helped the healing process a little bit because I've been monitoring it for days. So, happy about that. I'm rambling now, but just want to say, feeling pumped for this week. The last few weeks have been rough, to be honest, as you can tell. I just feel like the glow up journey seriously needs to happen. And I'm back on the 75 Hot Rich Fitter Challenge. So let's go through it this week. First of all, doing 10,000 steps every single day. I'm going to aim for like at least 15,000 for myself. And then we're going to do 3 to 4 workouts this week. I am just in my luteal phase, so I'm just about to start my period. So I will be taking more movement, more mindfully, a bit slower. And then I will be drinking a lot of water. So this is currently, usually I have a water bottle, but can't find it right now. Trying to hydrate as much as possible because hopefully that will help this healing as well. No caffeine before breakfast. Duh. And I need to start selling stuff because let me just show you the pile behind my, so you see it looks all nice, la 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 la. This is actually what's going on behind my sofa. So no rest for the wicked. I need to start selling some of that, and I've already planned my week every Sunday. So let me take you through how I planned my week this week. First of all, already using the productivity method, which is why Wednesday is such a big deal for me. I'm so buzzed. I've already partnered with them before on a UGC basis, but to actually be doing an event together, very exciting. So they do have 2 toggles, and I like to leave one in the weekly section so I can refer back to it easily, and then one in the daily section. This is like a week ago because there's some sensitive stuff in the other one. January, I made an intention about resetting and refocusing and organising. So I wanted to change accountants, set up AI to better structure my days, plan financial year, rough income sources, and 2 days of deep thinking and alignment. What the F do I actually want this year? And my content and branding. And then I did it in more of a daily structure. And then that relates to what I'm doing daily. We've got quick ticks, so things that take less than 5 minutes, tasks that take 5 to 30 minutes and products which take over 30 minutes. And then there's a note section here, so I write down anything that comes up in the day that maybe I need to do the day after, anything like that. And how I then relate it into a time structured day is I do it in blocks. So I will do 2 of the hardest things first, 1 or 2 or 3, depending on how long they'll take. So usually in the project section, I'll put them in here. Do the hardest section, then I have a big break to like get ready, eat, etc. Then I have another time block, and basically I just number them so it's easier. So I just put the numbers in here rather than having to write out everything again. This just makes it quicker and easier. Some people like to do this in colours, and if I do have a coloured pen, I will like separate them, but depends if I have a coloured pen on me. That is how I plan my week.
The 75 Hot Rich Fitter Challenge is well underway this week, and I'm going to show you everything I meal prepped yesterday to get me through breakfast, lunch and dinner for the next few days. Starting off strong, I made yigandes, which is Greek butter beans basically. So it's like butter beans in a thick tomato sauce, and you put it in the oven. Made the sauce from scratch. It's high protein. You'll have it with feta, a bit of oil, maybe some crusty bread. Chef's kiss. Secondly, I made these, which will need to go back in the air fryer, but I made myself some homemade parsnip and carrot crisps because this was so easy. I saw on Instagram, I thought, why have I never done that before? I love a vegetable crisp, super easy, and then whenever I want them to be super crispy again, I'll just reheat them in the air fryer. Next up, we have egg meal prep for breakfast. So I'm going to open one of these because I want to eat one now. High protein seeded bagels, and then it's got a avocado mix, which is Emily and the Nutritionist's avocado mix, and it tastes so elite. It's got basil in it, and it just makes avocado 10 out of 10. And then an egg bake in there. I also made a high protein lentil bolognese, which I paired with chickpea pasta because I did a food analysis the other day. Turns out I'm a bit, didn't shut the fridge. Turns out I'm a bit lactose intolerant. I am lactose intolerant, but also gluten sensitive. I made 5 portions of this, put some in the freezer too. And those are all the bits I made for this week. I think that will do because my husband's away, so it's just gonna be me.
Right, bagel. I always have a 3-drink lineup. Shreddy super greens, which I tend to drink first, water, and then coffee after breakfast. So I got ready, put some makeup on, realised that I really should put makeup on every day because I feel so much better, more productive, especially now this is covered up. Just finished filming a couple videos. One's an ad for my page, one was just a video for my page, so feel good about that. And now I'm prepping because I got 2 calls this morning, one with a potential UGC long-term client, and usually I don't go on video calls with clients, we just sort it out all via email. However, they really wanted to go on a call, and actually because I want this more of a long-term thing and I'm trying to get more longer-term clients, especially ones which I like working with, I think it's really valuable to go on a call. So I will try and record some of that so you can see what I'm doing to prepare, but the conversation. But essentially what I'm doing to prepare is just researching the company a bit more, checking out the brief that they've kind of sent me, just so I know what I'm talking about. And secondly, I've got a call straight after for a potential client who potentially wants to work with me to help with their social media channels. It's a brand account and it's working closely with a female founder, which I always love. And that's essentially the 2 combos, and then we're gonna have some lunch and film all afternoon, so I will show you that process after, but let's go.
Sort of, we'll hand it over to you for sort of use your creativity. That's why we like to use, and I liked a lot of your like editing and your video, and even the way the way you spoke to camera, I thought was really, really engaging. So I thought you were sort of a perfect fit. Scrolling through TikTok, looking at about 100, I picked you and 2 others. So yeah, no,
Thanks.
that's
Well, that's encouraging to hear. Thanks for your kind words. Well, that meeting was very quick, very speedy, and closed the deal. So that's amazing. That's £780 for 2 videos and 2 hooks with 30 days usage. And essentially it was good to talk to him because he was saying that, you know, if the videos go well, then he would be looking to work with me on a monthly basis, and that's something I want to be doing and getting more longer term. Just better for cash flow, better for planning ahead, and also if it is a good client that you like working with, like, why would that be an issue? It would be perfect scenario, right? So yeah, my trusted heated blanket here that no one ever sees but I always have on. Hi Anastasia, how are you?
Hi.
So I feel like new week, I'm feeling new month, trying to start afresh really, and trying to, had a big sort out yesterday, so I'm feeling good today. I'm gonna head on out now for a walk because although I've already done my 10,000 steps today, I just need to clear the brain before I film later today, this afternoon. Gonna walk, and then I've got how many videos to film? 5 brand videos to film. 4. Because I'm doing one tomorrow because it's for benefit, so I can't do it when I've already got makeup on because they want me to show the makeup. Time to film some ads. Well, I just filmed them, but now I'm gonna film my a video for my own page. This is my setup. Currently, the window is here. I've got this as my tripod right now. Got my TikTok light clipped on, so I'm gonna be nice and bright. Then I got my phone, and for once, because I'm filming like a green screen, I'm actually just gonna film directly on TikTok, which I never usually do. So wild. That's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm embarrassed now that you're watching me. Like a ring, I would like a ring. All right, come on, focus. Let's just get it done. Oh, hello. So just got back from my class. Just fake tanned in this new fake tan that I've been loving called Baybel. Anyway, I'll put it on the screen. But it's 10 out of 10. It doesn't smell. It's not very sticky. And I just love it. I've got the facial mist on, so it'll go a bit darker. And then the fake tan on the rest of myself. Now I'm going to plan tomorrow and then get to bed. I fake tan today because I've got my event on Wednesday. I always find that the next day after you fake tan, you're more smelly. And I don't want to be smelly at my events. So did it today, Monday. So that Wednesday, I'll be looking like a tan queen without the stench. Good night. Good morning. It's Tuesday. I'm on my walking pad this morning. I actually had a bit of a change of plans with my morning routine. I didn't wake up at 5. I woke up at 6 because I have like an infection. Apparently it's just like something like a, I don't know, fungal infection, and the pharmacy was like, oh, you can get it if you like towels at the gym and that kind of thing. So anyway, gross for me, feeling gross, but I always think when you have infection or when you're ill, you need to sleep more to help your body recover. So I wanted to get extra sleep. And I've got a busy day working with my friend Georgia, the owner of Smoothie London, absolute legend, and an amazing co-working buddy. So we're going to work today together. We've got a lot to do today. We've got to finish planning a client's content strategy, and maybe I'll take you guys through my logic for that also later. And I also am doing a talk with Click about goal setting for 2026 and a sound bath as well. Like, I'm not doing the sound bath. They've got amazing woman who does sound baths, so she's doing that. I'm doing the goal setting, and it's in partnership with Samsung in their HQ, which is so cool, and I feel very honoured to be invited to do this talk. So yeah, I've got to plan out that talk. I've got the content strategy for one of my clients, which is a very exciting brand. I'm not going to say any more because I don't know if I can. So had my filming day, now going to edit them all. I like to batch edit and batch create because I feel like that just makes it easy, you get in the flow. And I also need to get back on trial reels, because when I was like going crazy with my Instagram growth, like I think in like 1 month I grew like 17,000 followers, bearing in mind I'm only at 60k, so like that's a quarter of my growth in just 1 month, and that is purely because of trial reels. So I want to get back on those because I have been severely slacking on my content game, I guess because I'm trying to focus on YouTube, trying to focus on planning out what on earth this year is going to be about for me. I've been laying a lot of foundations in January, ready to kickstart. A lot more work is coming in February, so it's just going to be go, go, go. And also, I've got my honeymoon in February, which is very exciting.
Good morning, happy Wednesday. I realised I didn't film anything yesterday, which is not great, but I'm just about to jump on a call with a client. We're going through their launch strategy with socials, and I sent over kind of the plan for the first 4 videos, and essentially it is, without saying too much, it's a supplement brand, and I need to get more information about the science behind it because I think I've got a bit confused, which totally happens sometimes. Got a bit confused around the science, so some of it doesn't make sense in a scientific way, so I need to get more details because can't have confused messaging. If I'm confused, then our audience will be confused, and our target audience will definitely be confused, and that is not what we want to create. So yeah, always learning, and it'll be interesting, and we're just going to jump on this call now, and then yeah, got a super busy day today, which I'll take you through, but getting my hair done finally. It's so long, it's disgusting. Yeah, like long in a gross way. So getting my hair cut and blow dried, which is exciting, and doing that. And then I've got my event with Click at Samsung KX tonight. Let's get into the meeting and then we'll have the day together. I'm feeling a bit nervous about tonight because I really need to nail down my talk track still. You know when you're iterating and iterating. Anyway, let's see how this call goes. I am going to now practice my speech for tonight. Usually I just do it on my phone, but because it's on a big stage, I'm thinking maybe I should take some note cards instead. They look a bit more professional than this, but I don't have any. Anyway, let's see. Hi girls, thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited for this session today to really help you goal set for 2026 and help you understand your brain, how it works, so you can use psychology to really intentionally set your goals and understand why you're doing it so that they will more likely stick in 2026 and you can get everything that you want this year. You're probably gonna think I'm an absolute freak for doing this, and you'll be right, but me and my housemates used to do it, and actually it worked so well for just getting out your head, helping you regulate your nervous system, helping you refocus, helping you think more creatively, and that is a dance party. Yes, we're all gonna get up, we're all gonna dance around, and we're all gonna look really silly together.
actually make your goals sustainable and goals stick for yourself.
So we just finished the event. It was amazing. Absolutely smashed it. Thanks. And now we're just having a cocktail. Look how small my cocktail is though. Cheers. Good morning. It's Thursday and wow, what an event that was last night. I'll insert some videos beforehand so you can see. But yeah, it was a really, really special event. I've never done an event so big. There was about 45 people there in the Samsung KX space with Click, and just feel very privileged to be a part of the whole day. It was not day, evening. It was a very big deal, and I feel blessed that I was invited to speak. Yeah, and I thought I would give you the rundown of everything that happened, what I learned, and I was speaking around goal setting and how to goal set using psychology and the frameworks that you need to use to be able to goal set properly going into 2026. And I understand it is February, so you might have already made your goals, but I thought I would talk about it now while I'm doing my makeup and give you like the highlights, so that if you couldn't make it and wanted to learn about goal setting, then this is just a little insight on what we chatted about yesterday. Number one, it was mainly talking about like the psychology of goal setting. Sorry, I'm looking this way because my mirror is that way. And how your brain works. So your brain has a system called the RAS, and that's a reticular activating system. And essentially what that is like a big filter for your brain, because you're seeing so much and hearing so much, and there's so many data points that are coming into your brain within like a second. There's like millions of data points, and if your brain didn't filter out what's important information and what's not, then your brain would probably end up exploding, because it's just so much information that, you know, is not needed. You don't need to process that much. And essentially by setting goals and setting clear goals, and only a couple at a time, so I always say maximum 3 big goals at a time, you're allowing and telling your brain what is important information and what's not, so that you will end up having more opportunities within that goal, because your brain is looking out for information which can help you and identify with that goal. So it's kind of like red car theory, if you know what that is, or lucky girl syndrome. You know, when people are saying, oh, red car theory, you see a red car, and now your brain has noticed that a red car is important to you because you've given it time, you've given it energy, and now you suddenly see red cars all the time, but you never saw them before. That's because your RAS is now deemed that as important information, and that you want to know about red cars. So it's kind of filtering in more information around red cars. Red cars were always there in the first place, but you didn't notice them before, and that's because they weren't filtering in. Essentially, same as lucky girl syndrome. When people are like, I'm the luckiest girl in the world, I get everything I want. You know, if you believe you're lucky, you're creating more luck, because your brain is processing that information and trying to look out for things which align with that. So it's important to set clear goals, and also important not to set too many, because if you set too many, your brain will be paralyzed with decision making. It can't process that much information. It won't be able to decide and prioritize what information is most important. So it just won't show you as many opportunities. Yeah, essentially just need to have 1 to 3 clear goals, and set them with intention and set them with a framework so they're super clear for your brain to understand. Then we actually got into the goal setting portion of the talk, and essentially I had a framework. Let me get it up on my phone. I'll put the link down below for this so you can just grab it if you want to set your goals using my framework. But essentially I use the 12-week year framework. So essentially your brain likes to think visually. In general, most people's brains do. And your brain cannot visually, if you set a goal, cannot visually see a year's time. For example, if you close your eyes right now, can you visualize December in a calendar? Like what, we're February now, so March, April, May, can you really visualize it? If you're looking at it in that way, probably not, because it's so far away. So because of that, your brain will not deem information that is for December as urgent. And obviously we want to try and create urgency, because that helps build momentum and that helps build motivation and keep things going. So I like to work with the 12-week year. So that's splitting up the year into 4 quarters. So think of yourself like a business. You have a main business goal of the year or whatever, and then you break it down into quarters, you break it down into monthly, you break it down into weekly, whatever. So that's kind of the framework we're going to do. And this allows you to set more goals if you want to achieve more in the year, or to build momentum and build up and make a clear action plan. So I'm going to read from this, but you guys can get it down below so you can look what I'm talking about. So step 1, you've got to choose your goal category. So only think about what you want to achieve in the next 90 days. Think of something big, something juicy. I'm sure when I've been talking about goal setting, you've been kind of thinking about certain things. Maybe it's getting a new job, maybe it's starting social media, maybe it's losing a certain amount of weight. Choose a category out of this. So we're only going to do one goal for now. So choose one: career, finance, health, relationships, and personal development. Choose one of those now. Then you're going to make it a SMART goal. So I was like, this is very throwback to school. Everyone knows what a SMART goal is, but specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, or realistic, and time-bound. So obviously the time-bound one's really easy. It's 90 days. Then specific, you want to make sure it's like as clear as possible and make sure it's measurable. So have some sort of metric around it, how you're going to track it. And is it achievable for your life and your lifestyle now, / is it something that you can adapt to be able to? And is it relevant? Is it aligning with who you are becoming? If you made progress on one thing in the next 90 days, your life would feel lighter, more aligned, and better because insert here. So for example, I use the example of I want to run a 10K in the next 90 days. So it's specific because I want to run 10. It's measurable because it's 10K. That's like a certain distance. It's achievable, yes, because, okay, I'm not a runner now, but 90 days is a good amount of time to be able to build up to that. Is it relevant? Yes, because I want to become a runner. So that's aligning with who I want to become later in my life. Then you're going to step by step break it down. So in month 1, what needs to happen first? Month 2, what needs to build on month 1? And month 3, what finishes or solidifies the goal? So break that 90-day goal down. So for me, for example, in month 1, maybe I want to buy some running trainers. Maybe I want to see if any of my friends want to run with me. And maybe I want to download the Runner app so I can make a plan with the Runner app. And it can help me achieve that goal. And month 2, maybe I want to run a certain distance, so maybe 5K. And then month 3, okay, I want to run 7K and I want to actually complete my 10K. Try and make it as specific as possible. And then step 4, now break it down into weekly goals. So go back to month 1. What did I say? Say I wanted to run 3K by the end of month 1. Okay, what thing can I do weekly now? 2 to 3 supportive actions that I can do to run my 3K by the end of the month 1. So, like I said, downloading the Runner app, seeing if I want to get any friends to do it with me, run my first 1K on Sunday around the park. That's really specific. I say what exact day I'm going to do it, what I'm going to achieve. It's measurable. It's 1K. I would say those are the key points. I did talk about quite a few other things, but I don't want to bore you. But I would say those are the key things that I just wanted to come across on here. I'll put this in down below if you want to check it and want to align with your goals and make your goals. Hopefully that helps. I'm feeling really pumped by yesterday's session and just excited for everyone to make their 90-day goals and to really have an action plan now for the year ahead to achieve those things. I'm excited. Hope that helps. Cheers. So what have we got?
Well, it looks like we've got some carrot cake.
Yum.
Yum.
They give us free carrot cake every day. They give us a cake. So good.
Good morning, happy Saturday. You know what time it is if the bum bag's coming out. It's walking pad time. Whoop whoop. So just did a deep clean of the house. That's all my PR, but apart from that, did a big tidy. My friend just got promoted, so I raided my PR bins. I wanted to give her a little package. So she's coming over for a sleepover tonight. We're going to do some face masks, etc. And then she can have all of those as well. What did I get? So Dr. Sam's Flawless Lip. Got Dr. Sam's Nightly Serum. Pixie by Petra foundation stick. And then she loves Benefit Brow Setter. So got her this. Anyway, let me say hello. Please ignore this on my face. It still hasn't gone away. Turns out it was a bacterial infection. I had my friend's engagement drinks yesterday. It was just so gorge. So nice to celebrate with her and him, obviously. Now me and my friend are gonna have a self-care evening. I've tidied the whole house, gone on a walk, trying to get more than 10,000 steps because I have been slacking over the last few days just because work's been a bit crazy and I wasn't feeling 100%. So yeah, want to get some more steps in and got to do some work before my friend comes. So yeah, it's a Saturday. Prioritised a bit of wellness, but yeah, wellness doesn't always have to be looking like going on a, doing some exercise, but actually tidying, getting your space clear, getting your mind clear, and just going for it. So that is what I'm doing. Talk to you guys. So last week I was really locking in with the walking. I would say my feet, I can't even tell you how many plasters I've got on my toes and how big the blisters are. I think maybe I need to get some better shoes. I don't know, but it's probably because I'm overdoing it. I don't know. But basically, my osteopath, because my sciatica, said I shouldn't really be doing any exercise, like as much exercise for my back. But I've decided to lock in on the walking. And the fact is, look at this. My lowest day last week was 10,600 steps. And look how low that looks. Like crazy. Last week I walked 19,000 steps, 26k, 12k, well 13k nearly, 18k, 10k, 21k and 16k today already, and it's only 3:06. So I'll definitely make it to 20 again today. Yeah, I'm really locking in on the walking pad. First of all, I feel like it really helps me concentrate, and also then I'm getting more exercise in and I don't have to necessarily leave the house for such long periods of time. Basically, I wanted to research why this was making me feel so good and why I thought so many of the benefits were really working out for me. So I did a lot of research on what's going on when you walk a lot. Number one, walking scientifically makes you get better sleep. Thank God. Absolutely love that. Lower depression risk if you're walking a lot. Pretty cool. Higher daily step count is associated with lower depressive symptoms and depressive risk. And then reduced PMS, which obviously we need always. And then also it improves memory. I thought it only improved creativity because that's what I found, but I didn't realize it also increases memory. So when I'm preparing for events, which I've been doing recently, or preparing for a pitch to a client, I've been going and doing that on the walking pad to try and help boost my memory to remember it short term, because usually I don't prepare like obviously that far in advance because I want to remember it and I want it to be like up to date knowledge. So yeah, love that. So improved memory, better sleep, lower depressive risk, reduced PMS and increased creativity. Sorry, but I think I need to be walking 20,000 steps every single day.